Roland Garros is here. Rafael Nadal returns. The king of the clay. Let's see what damage he can do. Djokovic is looking a bit shaky. This is our men's draw preview.
Here we go, people. We've got the big boys back. We've got Jannik Sinner back. We've got Carlos Alcaraz back. And we've got maybe the end of Rafael Nadal's Roland Garros career. All coming to a head for one special French Open Championship this year. I can't wait for this one. And we've got the big matchup, the first round, Sasha Zverev, Rafael Nadal. Stay tuned to find out who we're going to be putting through in this amazing first round matchup. But make sure you've hit a like and subscribed. We're going to be taking you through the whole entire draw and giving you our predictions.
Yeah, for those who are new to Game to Love, how it works is we're going to be going match by match, giving our reaction and prediction on who we think is going to win each match. You can play along at home. It's free to do so. Download the TNNS tennis app on Apple or Android. And if you win and join the GTL League and win the league, we will send you a prize. But best of luck. We've got quite a few, I think over 1,000 people in there, maybe close to 2,000 now. So that's consistently growing. Let's get into the draw. Who were the previous champions?
Well, let's have a look at that now. And well, it goes without saying, there's one man's name which is on there a hell of a lot, and it is Rafael Nadal, 14-time champion, but he's not the reigning champion right now. That is Novak Djokovic. He beat Casper Ruud in the final last year, and Nadal beat Casper Ruud in the final the year before. So Casper Ruud, a two-time finalist, will he eventually be able to win it this year? That's something he'll be looking for with all of this uncertainty going on in around the big players on tour. He's looking quite good at the moment. He's made it to a final, which is playing today. He's having to play in a semi and a final all in the same day. But I think we both agree, when he comes up against the big boys, he doesn't really turn up. So that's why you've seen straight sets defeats to two of the GOATs.
Yeah, this is Rafael Nadal's event, let's be honest. The thing is with this year, it's probably the most open Roland Garros we've ever seen. The draw was very important, which we reacted to the other day. It's not looking good for Rafa. It's not so bad for Djokovic. I think Sinner will be quite pleased. But there's so many question marks about the form of all of the top players coming into this event. And we're not seeing anyone who's really firing. Maybe a Casper Ruud, probably one of the most informed. Him. Or Zverev, who's not looked too bad. But players who historically, mentally have been very weak in Grand Slams are the ones who have been the most informed coming in. So we're in for a really good open event. The women's is maybe more expected. You'd expect Iga to probably win Roland Garros. The men's, I don't think anyone has a clue. It could be a real outsider.
Yeah, I think it could be. And maybe we get a shock winner of a Grand Slam for the first time in, I don't even know the last time when we got somebody who was just an unknown player winning their first slam. It could be one of those Roland Garroses this year where someone just has a mad 2 weeks and then they go on to win the title. That's what makes it so exciting, though. These big players are not been in the form. And I'm super excited to see if somebody can emerge from the crop. We've seen the likes of someone like a Tabio playing well recently, and we've seen a few others as well. But let's get into the qualifiers. That's the next section that we're going to be having a look at here, and these are them. Zizou Bergs is the first one. Very good Belgian. Montero, been in good form as well. He's had to make it through the qualifying, but done it well. Someone you like, Squire, there, knocked out.
Yeah, quickly on Squire. He's been playing so well this year, beating a lot of players who you wouldn't expect him to. He's been the bookies' underdog in many matches and won them. Really good on clay courts. He is progressing. So, for those who don't know much about Henry Squire, he's dangerous. You're not going to want to play him. Just beat Vavasori, which shows his level. Continuing to go through the list, Kukushkin, bit of an OG, Melengini, Alves, Burachega, you've got Misalik, We've seen him live a few times, good player. Jesper de Jong, someone we've had on the podcast. Gregoire Barret, Diallo, Bellucci, Hida,
really good one.
Pieri, Medjedovic. I know you like Medjedovic, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely love him. I think he's been playing really well coming into this tournament, and the qualifying, he breezed through it. So that is somebody, have a look out for him in the draw, see who he's playing, because he could be causing an early upset in this tournament.
Yeah, so if we have to pick one each to get behind, we've not done a qualifiers to watch episode, but give me one right now, Ben, who you're really going to back.
I mean, it's got to be Medjedovic. That's the one that jumps off the page. I mean, he's been performing in actual ATP events against top players already. So
yeah, my guy's going to be at the top. So if you scroll up, there it is, Monteiro.
Yeah, really good one as well. I think
been performing also in ATP events. I think he is the one who is going to be my main qualifier to watch.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. The other one that I'd say just keep an eye on is Haider as well. I've been keeping an eye on him on the challenges. He's had some good form. I think he's got a tough first round match from what I saw, but we'll get into that in just a second. If you want to join our Patreon as well, that we will be doing player roulette for this competition, so little as £3 a month. It helps support the channel, and you can win a prize if your player wins Roland Garros. That one will be posted on the Patreon. I'll be posting that a little bit later on tonight. So here we go. Let's get stuck into it. Oh, are you ready for the draw preview?
It's time for the draw preview. It's time for the draw preview.
Here we go. Right.
Is that you singing?
That was me singing. Yeah, you got it right. Just me and a few Italian opera singers that I bumped into on the street the other day. But yeah, I've thrown in a few extra sounds to add a little bit extra excitement to this Roland Garros. And let's start off at the top. Novak Djokovic just lost to Thomas Mahac, playing a Frenchman in the first round. I expect Djokovic, though, to be in better form come this first match.
Yeah, just to note, Djokovic, the number one seed for Roland Garros. He's clinging on. And you've got Yannick Sinner, the number 2 seed. If Sinner goes far at Roland Garros, he will be the new world number 1 come the end of Roland Garros. Depends on what Djokovic does, of course. I think if he doesn't make the final, Sinner will be number 1.
Yeah.
Djokovic been losing a lot of matches of late. He's been struggling. He's got a Frenchman first. I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to have Djokovic beating Herbert.
Suspense there. We got a Frenchman in each of these first 3 matches. Constant Lestienne versus Kobayas Buena. Unfortunately, I don't think Lestienne's going to be good enough to beat Buena. I think he's been pretty good form recently.
Yep, I'll have Buena. Monfils in Paris.
It's a tough match. Seboc Wild, really, really good player on the clay, as we know.
I want to see Monfils Djokovic at some point, but I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to go with Seboc Wild, because I think he's going to do it. I'll have Musetti beating Galan, Cerundolo beating Hanfman. I'm going to go Misalik to beat Chris O'Connell.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I mean, we actually watched these in the same tournament in Zagreb, and Misalik won the tournament, didn't he? So, yeah, Misalik, a good shout. I will go with that as well.
Did Misalik play Chris O'Connell that day we was there?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. I think Chris O'Connell went out before, didn't he?
He lost to the Spaniard, didn't he? The one that we were following.
Jimeno Valero.
Yeah, that's right. So, moving down, Fanini, Butik, Van der Zandsloop. I'm going to go Fanini, just to roll back the years.
I'm going to go Van der Zandsloop. I'll have Tommy Paul beating Cashin, but not a great match for Paul. I mean, Cashin, we see what he can do when he turns up. Can be dangerous. I'll have Fritz beating Correa.
Yep.
Lajovic beat Safulin.
Yep, I agree.
Kokonakis to beat Popperin.
That one I'm going to go Popperin.
I think that's the first time we're differing, Ben.
Oh, I know. It's good.
Something
right.
like that.
Zeppieri to beat Manarino.
I'm going to go Manarino to beat Zeppieri.
Mate, on the clay, I'm sorry, I don't care if we're in France or wherever. Manarino's not good on clay. We saw him losing in a challenger on clay, so if he can't mix it there, he can't mix it here.
Echeverry to beat Cazorla.
Yeah, that's tough, actually. That's tougher than I might go for an upset early doors. I might go Cazot to knock out Echeverri.
I'm going to have Rinderknecht beating Walton.
Yeah, same out.
I'm going to go for Keener to win that one. Rude,
Yep.
the former finalist. Zverev, Nadal.
Here we go. Right, here we go.
Have you got songs throughout?
No, I just got a few. I just tried to. I thought we had to. If it's Rafa's last Roland Garros, we had to have a Rafa sound come in.
So how do you see this one going? I am going to do a preview in depth at some point on this match because it could be Rafael Nadal's last ever Roland Garros match. So I'm not going to give you any set predictions now. But one thing I'm going to let you in on is that Rafael Nadal will be winning this match. He will be beating Alexander Zverev and he will be advancing to the second round. I don't want to hear anyone telling me he's only going to be playing one more match at Roland Garros. He's here to stay. He's got a few matches under his belt here this year and everyone needs to watch out. He's just beaten Medvedev 6-3 in a practice set. Perfect preparation for the German.
And do you want another little stat as well? He's just beaten Seb Korda 2 sets to love in a practice match as well.
What was that today?
6-3, 5-3, and then the time limit stopped, and then they had to get off the court. So
Was this today?
I think it was today or yesterday. It was, yeah. So he is beating up a few players close to the top of the rankings. Can he do it over the stretch of 5 sets?
Medvedev said that he's playing a lot better than he did at Rome and Madrid. He's 3.4 with the bookmakers.
I mean, if you're going to take a bet, that's the bet to take. Unfortunately, I don't think I am going to take the bet because I just feel like it's just the age thing for me. I don't think that I can. I just think it's the worst possible draw he could have got. I said it in the draw reaction.
Zverev's brother's come out and he said, Alex is very confident. He feels like he should have beaten him in 2022 when there wasn't so many problems with Rafa and he was playing well. He didn't, but now he's going to prove everyone wrong and beat him this time. And he's pretty pumped and confident. That's his brother saying that from the Zverev camp.
Zverev will want to ruin the party as well. He's a bit of a party pooper, I feel, Sasha Zverev. How crazy is it that I think Rafael Nadal would have preferred to play Novak Djokovic in the first round than he would play Sasha Zverev right now?
I don't know about that, but yeah.
I think
Let's
he
move
would.
on. Let us know in the comment section anyway. Who do you have winning this one? Rafael Nadal or Zverev? It is the big first round match. I'm going for Rafael Nadal. Ben's gone for Zverev. Let's move on to the next one. I'll have Goffin winning that.
Pericard to win that one.
Darderi beat Hijikata.
Yeah, I'll have Darderi as well. Really
I'll have
good.
Greek Spore. Khachanov to beat Nagal, but I think it's going to go to 5 sets. I think Sumit Nagal from India, he's really making some waves, and he played well at the Australian Open.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're turning your nose up, Ben. He's going to do some damage, and I think this one's going to go to 5.
I feel that people always underestimate Khachanov, and then he just cruises through a lot of matches. I'm going to go Khachanov. I think that Nagal will be lucky to get a set.
Oh. Giron to beat Kovalik. I'll go Kaboli to knock out Ben's Medvedev.
I mean, this is mad because Kaboli just literally played a semi-final against Ruud and just beat him 6-1 in one of the sets. So, but then he went all the way to a 3rd set tie-break. I'm going Medvedev to upset Kaboli here.
Ooh. You're just doubling down, aren't you?
I am doubling down.
I'll have Rune to beat Evans. Dimonor to beat Mickelson in a tight one. Mickelson will take a set. Agut to beat Munar.
I'm going to go Munar to beat Agut here.
Struff.
Yep, Struff to beat Budachaga. Gregoire or
Barrere.
Bublik? Did you see Bublik recently? He just saved 4 break points, all with underarm serves. Ridiculous.
What was it, like 8 underarm serves in the game or something crazy? I
don't know what he's up to, but I like it, and I'm going to put him through. Oh, the big boy.
By the way, I'm knocking out. I think that's the first seed I've knocked out.
Oh. I've got Echeverri going out.
So I've got the 19th seed out. Opening round. Is that a big call? Not really.
I think Echeverri is a bigger one than that one.
Navone to beat Buster. Borges, Mahatch. I mean...
Well,
horrible draw for Borges. I mean, that's really good. I mean, these opening rounds are great. Mariano Navoni against either Borges or Mahatch is great.
Oh, yeah.
One I'd
for
want to
him.
watch. If I was there in the grounds, I would be benchmarking this court to watch it.
Well, Mahatch playing a final against Casper Ruud later on today. Wait and see how that goes. He might be tired. I think Borges might beat him because he might be tired. That's my honest opinion.
I don't know which way it's going to go. I'm going to go Mahatch.
Wow. I love Mahatch as well.
I'm going to go Montero to beat Kuzmanovic.
Yeah, I'm backing it. Yeah, I'm going with you.
My number one qualifier. I'll have Medvedev beating Quetfa, Rublev to beat Tara Daniel, Pedro Martinez to beat Tarante, Nardi to beat Muller, but Muller's dangerous, I think.
Yeah, I'm going with Nardi as well here.
I'm going to go Arthur Fies to beat Arnaldi. Arnaldi had some shocking results, I thought, recently. Not so good.
I mean, Fies is a bit more solid. I'll give him that. And we're in France. That one's a tough one as well. Humbert Sonego. That's not an easy one.
Because Sonego's not a seed, is he?
Yeah, I mean, Sonego's always lingering around at like the 30s and 40s, isn't he? And then just causing problems.
Can't quite become a seed, it seems. Good
I don't
enough
think
on
he
his
wins.
day too, especially on the clay courts. I think he's decent, but I'm going to go Humbert.
Yeah, I don't have him winning this.
I'm going to have Vukic beating... No, I'm not. I'm going to go Zhang.
Yeah, Zhang for sure. He's been playing well lately.
I'm going to go Zhang to beat Altmaier.
Remember Altmaier beating Yannick Sinner in an absolute thriller? I'm going to go with Altmaier, just based upon that. That's a bit of a crazy one.
We go Tsitsipas to beat Vucevic. Hugo Gaston in Paris. The drop shots are going to be out. This is where he plays his best tennis, by the way.
Yeah.
It's here and Bercy.
He
It's a different level of Gaston.
He reminds me, he's like the French Fonini, I feel, like sometimes. He's really he gets under people's skin a lot. But I don't see him beating Ben Shelton. I
hope Ben Shelton beats him.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Kai Nishikori to beat Diallo.
I don't know
5
about
sets.
Well, I'd love it. I'll back it, but I'm going to knock Nishikori out.
Henry Squire to demolish Purcell. That's how good Henry Squire is. He's a legend.
Take your word for it. I don't know.
He's very good, Ben.
Okay, well,
Squire.
If I lose this one, it's on you.
Isn't a Squire like a famous? What is it? It's like something in the Royals. The Squire.
Yeah, excuse me, Squire. Could you pass me the?
Yeah, something I've seen in films. Nishioka or Felix? I'll have Felix. I'll go Korda. Rusevori to beat Quansoon. I'm going to go Draper to beat Jesper de Jong.
This is a terrible draw for Jack Draper for a qualifier. If you're going to get a qualifier,
I don't think it is.
That's one of the worst ones you can get. He's barely dropped games in the qualifying.
He seems to play better in qualifying than main draws.
I agree.
think when the pressure's there against the top players, you struggle.
Fair point.
Carlos Alcaraz to beat JJ Wolf. I feel like JJ Wolf withdrew though. I saw something.
Well, he's a lucky loser. So if not, there's going to be another lucky loser replacing him. But whatever the weather, Alcaraz will knock out whoever that is. If Alcaraz loses
it is Alcaraz. I just checked online. Hurkacz, I think he'll be fine. Nakashima to beat Almiron. I'll go Van Asch or Chapeau. I'm going to have Chapeau.
I'm going Van Ascher, former French Open junior champ.
I'll have TFO beating Bellucci.
I'm going to go for an upset. TFO goes out. He's not in good form. He goes out
to beat Burrs. He's a seed, Tabio.
It's just mad. This is a great match as well. Could have been a challenger match a while back, but now Tabio looking on fire.
Thompson to beat Martira.
That's a tough one. Yeah,
We're going against each other a bit here, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Marazan to beat Kukushkin. I think he might have a good event this time. You don't really know, though, with him.
Kukushkin's weird. I don't know how he keeps on still winning. Like, he's very good fundamentals, I think, Kukushkin has to get through qualifying every time. But,
Dimitrov, Jarry, Karatsev. Don't know about that.
I just don't think he's in any form at all.
Yeah, I think he's going to turn it up for the Grand Slams. Aslan's going to win.
I don't think
for old times.
It's not a bad draw, though. If he's going to win one, Shevchenko's probably a winnable. Here's someone we really can back. And someone, if you want to see us playing against him, then make sure to go over to our channel. It is one of the latest videos on there, us playing against Sebastian Offner, and we're seeing if we can return his serves. So make sure, I'll pop a little thing that pops up in the corner so you can click on it. There you go. And I'm having him beating Atman.
I'll go Baez to beat Hida.
It's a terrible draw for Haida. Baez is just so good on the clay.
But he got 20th seed, not great. Norrie to win that one. I'm going to go Stan Wawrinka to beat Murray, the former
Sadly,
champion.
for Andy, I'm doing the same. I don't think he's just not looked good at all recently.
I think they've played each other. In Andy Murray's last 3 Roland Garros events, he's played Stan Wawrinka every time.
It's just terrible luck. I mean, some of the players that Murray, I don't know, has lost to recently, I've thought like Barrere. It's just if you're losing to him, I just don't think you're going to beat Stan. Chorich or Gasquet? I think Chorich. And then
I think Gasquet in France,
Wow.
and then Yannick Sinner to beat Eubanks.
Yeah, Yannick Sinner at the bottom. Let's get back to the top again.
Halfway there, getting through it, haven't we?
Djokovic, Caballes, Buena. Could there be a spanner in the works from the Spaniard? No.
These first few are easy for Djokovic. I'm going to go Massetti to beat Wild.
Yeah, we're going to get Djokovic Massetti again, I think. The crowd will love that.
Yeah, I think we'll get Cerundolo beating Miselic.
Yep, agreed.
Tommy Paul to win.
Yeah, beating
Taylor
Fognini.
Fritz to win.
Agreed. Zeppieri, I'll have here.
Kokonakis to win.
Okay,
It's a bit
okay.
different.
I'll go in Zeppieri.
I'm going to have Echeverry to win here.
Arthur Cazot for me.
It's
gotta be Casper Ruud.
here because I don't have any players.
Well, Fakina and Rude, probably.
Oh, I didn't click on Fakina.
That's fine.
Apologies.
Probably not going to have him
Fakina
anyway.
Rude, early doors.
Yeah, it's quite good, but I don't think Fakina's got what it takes at this.
I'm going to go Rude on this time, but
Zverev.
Nadal. Well, I've got Nadal Goffin.
So who have you got again?
Nadal Goffin.
Vamos, Rafael Nadal.
We watched this match. I remember on the clay courts, and Goffin almost beat him.
Yes, I remember it well.
It was in a tie break. It was a really good tie break.
Wasn't it
Goffin's got the ability to beat him.
14 or something crazy?
Yeah, it was a great match. I think I'm going to go Nadal to beat Goffin. It's Roland Garros. He's flying through this draw.
I'm going to have Greek Sport to knock out Darderi.
Yeah,
tough
me
one.
too. I have Hachanov beating Giron.
Yep.
Runa beating Caboli, maybe.
I'm going to go for an upset. Holger
You're
Rune
just desperate, mate. You're desperate to put
by
Medvedev through.
Hamad Medvedev. He's doing
So
it for the
sad.
serve. He's going to be inspired.
You've got him as your player to watch, don't you, for the points thing as well.
Maybe.
So that's it. So that's the only reason you're going so big on him. I'll have Dimonor beating Agut. Struff to beat Barrere.
Struff
He's
to
one
beat
of mine. Navone or Mahatch? I'm going to go Navone.
Navone
Another one of
Borges.
mine.
I'm going to be going Borges here. Bit more seasoned.
Montero Medvedev.
Ooh.
Now that has the ability for an early Medi exit.
It does, doesn't it? I don't think it'll happen, but I think it could be 5 sets.
Agreed. I think 4. I think Med's going to win a close tie break.
Ruby Rublev to beat Martinez
Yeah.
and to face Arthur Fees, I reckon, in the 3rd round.
Nardi or Fees. I'm going to go Luca Nardi. I'm going to go Ugo Umber.
I'm going to go Zhang.
I'm going to go
Okay,
Tsitsipas to beat Zer.
Sissipas to beat Altmaier.
Shelton to beat Nishikori. Good draw for Shelton.
Yeah.
Did you have him in your top
decent.
10?
10th, yeah.
Yeah, it's good for him.
Yeah.
Squire Felix. I'm going to go Henry Squire to knock out Felix.
We go
goes.
doubling down again. I'm
On
going
the
Felix.
Squire.
I'm not having Squire going through.
The Squire trade. People don't know about Squire at all.
No, it's true.
You don't
they
even know about Squire.
No, I'm not big on the Squire.
I'm very big on it. Korda Rusevori. I'm going to go Rusevori.
I feel I don't want to go as the same as you, so I'm going to go Korda. That's the only
Ridiculous.
reason.
We've got a Draper Alcaraz match early doors. I think we skimmed past that too much on the reaction. Where's your Novak Djokovic one?
There isn't one. I didn't have time.
Oh, Djokovic fans, remember that. He's a big Nole fan. He's no
know.
Djokovic button.
Oh, mate,
I'll have Alcaraz beating Draper.
I can drum one up quickly. Don't worry.
Hurkacz Nakashima.
I've got
TFO
Hurkacz.
to beat Shapovalov. I mean, what an opportunity for them two. TFO and Shapovalov. They can get to the third round because they're both terrible.
Well, I've got neither of them in there, so I'm going Luca Van Ascher to make it to the third
Great
round.
opportunity for this little section. So many out of form players. Tabio Thompson. I have Tabio.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Dimitrov to beat Marazan. Jarry to demolish Karatsev.
Dimitrov's been in too good a form. I can't go against him. Jarry, yeah, definitely. Oh, little Seb. Seb v Seb. The Battle of Sebastians. Who is going to win? I'm going to go off. Offner. Come on, the Offner. So, a reminder, if you want to see us playing Sebastian Offner, go to our channel.
There is a clip of me acing Sebastian Offner. It will be coming out very soon. But if you want to watch the full video, it's quite funny. It's on our channel. Stan Wawrinka to beat Norrie.
No, I mean, come on, mate. Give him a bit of credit.
No, I'm going to go Norrie then. And then I'm going to have Sinner beating Gasquet.
Sinner beating Gasquet. Sinner beating Chorich for me. Right.
Up at the top now. So, Djokovic, Musetti. Could be a classic. The way Djokovic has been performing, could this be the one he goes out in? I've seen people alluding to it on social media. What do you think?
No, surely not. I mean, hopefully he will have warmed up enough by this stage. And don't forget, Lorenzo Musetti, famously a bit of a bottle job when it comes to big matches.
He does bottle it, doesn't it?
At 5 sets.
He's probably going to be up 2 sets and a break and then bottle it. And Djokovic's going to win.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be going for... There it goes, a little bit for Nolo there for you.
Okay. Cerundolo Paul.
Oh, Tommy Paul, I think. Sorry, Cerundolo.
All right, let me just check one thing. How did Cerundolo get on in Rome?
The old Cerun.
Oh, he's just lost against Gaston. Mate, Gaston's coming to form in Lyon.
That's French. Anything in France, Gaston is good. So hard to judge, really, that performance.
Okay.
Whereas Tommy Paul...
I'm going to go for Tommy Paul.
Yeah, I think
How's he get on?
I mean, he just lost to Jarry. Was it in the semi-finals of Rome? Was it? Yeah, semi-finals.
Not
so
bad
I think
yet.
it's a wise choice. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll go Taylor
agreed.
Fritz to knock out Zeppieri.
Yeah, Fritz too. Echeverry, Casper Ruud.
I'm going to Casper Ruud to beat Cazaux. Casper Ruud coming into form, looking good. I think he knows what to do at Roland Garros.
Echeverry in Lyon, just for the record, is playing the final against Mpechi Pericard.
Yeah, that's what Pericard.
Why have we not been going big on Mpechi Pericard?
I did.
In
put
France.
him through. I know. I put him through, but I haven't gone too mad on him.
I'm going to go for a shot. I'm going to have Echeverry knocking out Casper Ruud. The finalists, the last few rounds, Echeverry advancing.
Both of them in finals. So both a bit tired.
I'm just making a bit of way for Rafael Nadal. I don't know if you've noticed.
Just move him out.
Just getting rid of a few.
It happens though. Wouldn't be the first time. Right, I'm going Zverev to knock out Talon
Zverev? He went out ages ago in the first round.
Who did he go out to?
Rafael Nadal, and I'm going to have him. Okay, I'm going to have Rafael Nadal defeating Greek Sport. He's still going in my draw.
Wow, that's amazing.
He's probably going to win it.
I think
Hachanov Runa.
Sadly, I've got Hachanov Medvedev, and Hachanov's just going to be too good. Annoyingly, it's just too big a serving, too big a hitting.
I'm going to have Runa advancing.
Okay. Going down.
Dimonor.
I think
I'm
I'm
going
going
to go Struff.
Oh, you are? Wow.
Yeah.
We're both going knocking out De Minaur as well. Another seed goes.
Navone, Daniel Medvedev.
Oh, Borges, Medvedev.
Medvedev's draw's not that good, is it? He's got some
No,
really good play
it's
quarters.
got they had that problem last year. I don't know what to think on this because Nuno Borges, if it's not him, it could be Thomas Mahac or it could be Navone. I mean, it's terrible.
Or Montero in the round before. They're all specialists.
Let me put this into perspective. He lost 6-1, 6-4 to Tommy Paul, and he went to 3 sets with Medvedev in a very tight match, did Medvedev.
Yeah, I'm going to have him beating Navone.
I'm having Borges knocking out Daniel Medvedev.
Yeah, you've gone too crazy, I think. I'll have Rublev beating Nardi, Tsitsipas beating Umber.
Tsitsipas beating Zhang.
And a massive match. Henry Squire, Ben Shelton. Can he go again? It's a great draw for Henry Squire. He's having the draws of a champion, but I think he's going to go out to Ben Shelton here.
Ben Shelton, he just lost to Caboli in Geneva. He lost to Zhang in Rome. Not looking the best. He lost to Bublik in Madrid as well. I think Felix might have a little run here. Knocks out Ben Shelton.
I'll have Alcaraz beating Rusevori.
Yes!
Carlos Alcaraz! Carlos Alcaraz!
Right. Beating Corder on mine.
Hurkacz would beat one of these players, whoever it's going to be in that spot.
I think Hurkacz beats Van Ascher.
Tabio Dimitrov.
Sign me up. I'm going to Bio. I'm getting in early.
I'm going to go Dimitrov. I'll let you have him. It's the Djokovic effect. It's got in your head a little bit.
I think so.
Luca Nardi did that as well, but you've not gone big on him.
Different surface.
So's Mahac. Why did you go Mahac as well?
He's just playing a final. I told you that already. Right,
Silly
let's
boy.
move down. Jari Offner. I'm sorry, Offner.
Jari
This is
Baez.
Well, that's tougher, I think.
I'm going to go Jari.
Yeah, Jari.
And then Sinner to beat Norrie.
Yes.
Norrie will just crumble.
Forza Yannick. Right. Back to the top. And we got Djokovic versus Tommy Paul. I mean, that's a absolutely terrible for Novak Djokovic. Tommy Paul in really good form. Djokovic not in great form.
And this is where the comments are going to come through, because this is where I'm going to be knocking out Novak Djokovic. I think he's going to go out at this stage, and Tommy Paul is going to advance and defeat Novak Djokovic. We've seen players not as good as Tommy Paul beat him recently, and this time Tommy Paul's going to take him.
I don't want that. I'm going to go. Djokovic wins, but in a very unconvincing 5 sets, which might surprise a few people. But I just got that feeling that Tommy Paul in good form. Djokovic might be able to just squeeze him over a long distance.
Next one's Taylor Fritz Echeverry. I'm going to go for Echeverry.
Taylor Fritz versus Casper Ruud. I'm going to be going for Casper Ruud. He knows these courts all too well. Zverev Khachanov.
I've got Nadal, Ruud.
Who have you got?
No more buttons there. Stop the buttons. I don't know. Nadal, Ruud. I mean, Ruud has not been playing that good, has he?
No. I'm going
Ruud is
Zverev
not
to knock out
informed.
Khachanov.
Rune lost to Baez. He lost to Greek Sport. And he's going to lose to Rafael Nadal at Roland Garros. Rafa's still pushing on. I've got Djokovic out. Rafael Nadal advancing.
Are you not
I think
going
there's a bit
for
of bias involved.
A bias? Sebastian bias?
No.
A little bit of bias, I'm sure.
Are you surprised I've got Rafa going this far?
I do.
I've got him in the quarterfinals.
I am rather surprised. I'm gonna have.
Right.
I'm all for it. just here now. If Rafa gets through instead of Zverev and makes it all that way, I would love to watch every
I think
step.
that's just a big match, though. If he beats Zverev, he's got a chance, surely.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think if he can beat Zverev, he can beat any of those other players comfortably. If he beats Zverev in like 4 sets, then he can beat all of them in straights. That's my personal opinion.
That's mad. Right, Struff, Medvedev. I'll have Medvedev.
I'm going to go Struff to beat Borges.
I'm going to go Rublev to beat Tsitsipas.
I'll be going Tsitsipas here on the clay.
Alcaraz to beat Shelton. Shelton lucky with his draw, I think.
Alcaraz to beat Felix.
I'm going to go Hurkacz to beat Dimitrov.
I'm going to have Tabio to go through here.
And at the bottom, Jarry Sinner. I'm going to have Sinner to beat Jarry.
It's actually quite tough, that one. I didn't realise that one was even coming up.
Yeah, I did.
Did they play recently? I can't remember.
Who's Sinner Jarry?
I don't know.
I can tell you right now.
I don't know if I've just
Sinner
made that
Jarry,
up.
head to head. Yeah, Jarry beat him. They played once, but that was in 2019.
Oh, 2019. I mean, was it on clay?
Outdoor on the grass court.
Nah, then. Okay, Sinner.
It was in Hurton Godspots, and Jarry beat him.
Ah, know it well. It's the Dutch one, isn't it?
Year to date, Sinner's 28 wins, 2 losses. Jarry 16 wins, 12 losses. Still pretty good.
Are we quarterfinals now?
So wait, how do you think? Do you think Jarry takes a set against Sinner?
Yeah,
could Jarry knock him out? He could do. If Sinner's not feeling himself.
I think it could go 5 maybe as well. I think it could be a real tough one for Yannick Sinner, that.
Okay.
The wheels might be nearly have fallen off by the time he finishes that match, even if he wins. Djokovic versus Casper Ruud.
I've got Paul Echeverry. It's a decimated top half, apart from Rafa.
I just don't know on this. I mean, I'm assuming.
I'm going to go Paul to beat Echeverry.
This is just like I'm so not confident on Djokovic. But then after what I said at the beginning, I'm going to contradict myself if I pick Casper Ruud, because I said he doesn't turn up against the GOATs. So if he plays Djokovic, surely he just won't turn up again. I'm going to go Djokovic based upon my earlier statement.
Okay.
All German.
Medvedev.
I'd love that. That's the perfect draw.
It's the perfect draw.
Who goes through? It's probably straight sets.
He loves it. What do you mean, straight sets?
I'm going Zverev to knock out Struff.
I'm going to have Nadal to beat Medvedev. He's in the semis.
I mean,
He's in the semis against Tommy Paul.
One of our brackets is just going to be
Rafa
terrible.
Nadal is actually. I didn't realise Rafa was going to win Roland Garros until I've got to this stage.
I want to hear. Please put
in the final.
Listen,
the final is round 1. Rafa's final was in round 1. He needs to get through round 1.
And we've got here Tsitsipas versus Alcaraz. I think we were anticipating. I was anticipating Tsitsipas Alcaraz, but it's one of those ones which I'm not sure. Have they played on clay many times? That's the one thing I just want to.
We watched one, didn't we, when we was in Awareness?
Outdoor. Yeah, they played the last 3. Yeah, I mean, they beat
Roland
Garros
to beat Rublev
last year in straight sets. So yeah, okay, confirmed.
And at the bottom, I'm going to have Sinner to beat Hurkacz.
Sinner to Bio. I mean, I just feel that there's got to be some crazy result in this. Your crazy one I can see from a mile off. I think my crazy one.
I mean, if this goes how I've got it on here, it'd be the greatest ever Roland Garros for me.
I mean, it would be incredible. It would be like, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Come on, Ben.
I think if Sinner's got this far, then he's obviously not injured, is he? So then he probably wins, and then I probably got the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's terrible.
Do you have the 1, 2, 3, 4?
I think so. Yeah, 1 and 4 at the top.
Boring, Ben. Strikes again. When have you not had a 1? On the women's, you're going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. So funny.
The only time I don't is when Sakari gets in the top 4.
Why do you love the 1, 2, 3, 4? It's never going to happen, by the way. There's no chance of the 1, 2, 3, 4 in this event.
I think there's probably a fair chance of a 1, 2, 3,
Mate, it's not going to
4.
happen.
Nah, I mean, we haven't
Zverev's
seen.
first match is too tough.
I mean, it decides everyone's brackets. That first match.
That match is the big match at Roland Garros for everything.
Yeah, it's the final. For Roland Garros in the first round.
Tommy Paul, Rafael Nadal, semi-final, 14th seed versus the unseeded Rafael Nadal, who's won the event 14 times. 14 is the seed of Tommy Paul.
Oh.
It's all lining up too nicely for Rafael Nadal to defeat Tommy Paul, avenge Djokovic.
Yeah.
There we go. He's into the final just like that.
And I think Sasha Zverev will beat Novak Djokovic in the semi-final, and we see Sasha Zverev in the final of Roland Garros. But who will he play is the big question. Alcaraz or Sinner? Do you have the same on the bottom?
Yeah, Alcaraz or Sinner on the bottom. I mean, it could be amazing. That is a great... I would love to see it. This is
Another
more like
final.
3 and 2. Great matchup. Alcaraz Sinner. I'm going to be going for Yannick Sinner to defeat Carlos Alcaraz.
And I'm not. I'm going to be going for Carlos Alcaraz to beat Yannick Sinner. This is his moment.
He struggled last year in the semis, didn't he, against Djokovic? Do you remember?
That's what I mean. I feel like
Cramped
if he stays fully fit and that arm's okay, I feel that he'll have enough on the clay.
It's going to be a great match for sure. And then we're here, the final of Roland Garros. Rafael Nadal versus Yannick Sinner.
Wow.
Doesn't get much bigger. You've got a big one as well. Zverev versus Alcaraz. It's funny, we've got the finalists. Both our finalists are playing on the first round. So there's a lot. It kills the bracket for one of us on that first day.
Yeah, it really does.
Rafael Nadal, if he's made it all the way to the final of Roland Garros, do you think he has to win it?
If he's made it to the final, I mean, surely he must be in incredible form if he's made it to the final.
So he's going to win it if he gets to the final.
Yannick Sinner she's just played 3 5-set matches in his last 3 matches, and now he's legless. He's got to the final, and he's got no energy left against Rafa.
Unfortunately, I think he's going to get this far and lose. I'm going to have Rafael Nadal get to the final, and then Sinner's going to beat him.
Wow. So, a bit of a forcer moment. I'm going to be going for Carlos Alcaraz to win Roland Garros. I feel if he is fully fit, this is his time, and he will take it by storm, and I think it will be a convincing win in the final. I don't think it will be that close. I think that he will, if he's playing like we know he can play, I think he will storm Zverev, and we might see some dominant sets in that final as well.
What's going on with your face? You've gone all red.
Don't know. What's happened? There's like a light coming from outside. What's that?
Oh, I thought you were starting to get a rash. I don't know what's happening. Apologies. The audio listeners don't know what's going on, but Ben's just gone totally red.
Don't know. There's like some light shining in my window. What's going on? Look, it's still there.
It's a sniper.
Mate, they're trying to take me out. Anyway, I'll try and come over here. I think it went in my
it's
eye.
all right.
It was like blinding me. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Sinner to beat Nadal anyway. Sinner will win Roland Garros. If he does and Alcaraz doesn't, then I'm going to hopefully gain some extra points on you that way. Dark horse time, Ben.
A dark horse. I mean, let's just go out a little bit on my draw and just have a quick look. I think I'm going to go with... surely it can't be any of these players, like Struff. I think it's got to be Tabio for me. I mean, I've got him going far, so I've got to have him surely as a dark horse for the tournament.
Yeah, I'm going to have Struff as my dark horse. Jan Lennard Struff, I think he's had a good year. He's won his first title. He's dangerous. Watch out for Jan Lennard Struff. Big dark horse.
Wow. I mean, there we go. That's the end of the draw preview. Let us know who you picked in that comment section below, and let us know if you're mad at our picks as well. Did you have the same? Do you have Rafa going all the way to the final? Do you have Zverev knocking him out in the first round? That's the big one. Tell us your thoughts in that comment section.
Yeah, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and vamos Rafael Nadal. Let's win Roland Garros. Let's do something special. Of course, as much as people are going to really rip into me in the comment section, do I truly believe Rafael Nadal can get to the final? I think it's a big ask, but I do think the draw's not as bad upon second reflection, and that's based on the possibility of him beating Zverev. If he turns up for that first match, surely he's going to be fighting fit and ready to go for that first one. He's going to give his all. I think he's still got enough to maybe beat Zverev. And if he does, then everything can open up for him. It's going to give him confidence. The crowd will start going to get behind him. I'm here for the story. I'm here for the fairy tale. It's going to be tough, but let's go, Rafa. Come on. If not, Yannick Sinner will win Roland Garros.
There you go. You heard it here first. Rafael Nadal is going all the way. I'm all for it. If we get to see it one more time before he waves goodbye. But for me, it's going to be Carlos Alcaraz.
Thanks for watching, and join us for the women's very soon.